I welcome you all here in CEC UGC Gurukul Live lecture. Learners, in previous class of pericyclic reaction, we had discussed about the cycloaddition reactions, and we have seen there how cycloaddition reaction takes place between the two reactants and how the involvement of HOMO, that is highest occupied molecular orbital, and LUMO, that is lowest unoccupied molecular orbital, react with each other and to form a sigma bond. Learners, we also have seen there how many types of cycloaddition reactions classified on the basis of involvement of pi electrons or p orbitals. Learners, pericyclic reactions are very important reactions, and we can synthesize a lot of organic compounds using pericyclic reactions like polycyclic organic compounds and heterocyclic organic compounds. Also, learners, pericyclic reactions are very important in our biological system. I would like to explain one important example. When we exposure to ultraviolet rays or ultraviolet sunlight, our skin get cancer. So what is the reason? What is the reason when we expose ourselves to ultraviolet sunlight, our skin can get cancer? What is the reason? Have you think about it? Learners, this is only because of pericyclic reactions, that is cycloaddition reaction takes place inside our DNA. Our DNA contain thiamine. Thiamine is a base. So along with other base, the thiamine base, when this in two strand of DNA, thiamine base abstract or absorb photon from the sunlight, that thiamine dimerize, and due to that polymerization or dimerization of thiamine base, our DNA get infected, or we can say that this is the main cause of skin cancer. And here 2+2 cycloaddition reaction takes place. In fact, our body contains some enzyme which can repair that damaged DNA. Another very important example, learners, pericyclic reaction that involve in our biological system, that is fireflies. In common name we called it jugnuns. So jugnuns emits light in the night. Have you think about it? What is the reason? Learners, again pericyclic reaction takes place. Learners, jugnuns contain a small molecule that is called leucine, and when this molecule come in contact with atmospheric oxygen, the enzyme present there, leucinase, react with and to form a four-membered unstable ring. So learners, in that unstable ring, reverse cycloaddition reaction takes place, and during that addition reaction, during that reverse cycloaddition reactions, the photons which drop down from the excited state to the ground state and emits light and in the form of energy. Though that's why we are able to see the lights which jugnuns emit in the night because of the darkness, although this reaction takes place throughout the day and night. So this is a very important and very interesting example of pericyclic reaction we can see are in biological process. Learners, today in this lecture we will learn what are the sigmatropic rearrangement reactions, classification of sigmatropic reactions, stereochemistry and migration of pi bonds, also migration of sigma bonds, along with that 2,3 Wittig rearrangement reactions, 2,3 Somlet-Hauser rearrangement reactions. So this is the topic of today's lecture. Learners, sigmatropic rearrangement reactions. So, as the name suggested, it's clear saying according to the name sigmatropic. It's here in sigmatropic rearrangement reaction, rearrangement of or migration of sigma bonds takes place, right. So, reaction takes place in polyene chain which are having 4n system or 4 and 2 plus pi system, shifting of sigma bonds and the groups or substituent attached on that sigma bonds takes place called sigmatropic rearrangement reactions. You are looking in this reaction, in this example, here the carbon 1 having a sigma bond, and from that carbon that sigma bond is migrated to the carbon 3. So, this is 1,3 sigma bond reaction. Learner, this is another example. You are looking here. Here the sigma bond present on the carbon between carbon and hydrogen is shifted or migrated to carbon 3. So, this is also 1,3 sigma bond rearrangement reactions, and along with the sigma bond, the substituent which is attached on that carbon atom is also migrated. So, here on that carbon atom, on that sigma bond, hydrogen is present. So, here shifting of 1,3 H takes place, and along with that this pi bond also shifted or organized. So, where the how the shift reaction takes place, the migration of the pi bonds to other side, we get one carbon electron deficient. So, sigma bond can migrate it on that carbon atom which is electron deficient and can make a new bond. So, you are looking here a new bond at position 3 now, and also one important thing you are looking in these reactions, the number of sigma bond and number of pi bond remains same. So, here in sigmatropic rearrangement reactions, migration of sigma bond and the groups attached to that is shifted to a conjugated pi system. This is another example you are looking here. So, this is a long chain polyene. You are looking here 3 double bond. So, here the sigma bond which is present on the carbon and hydrogen is shifted to number 5, right. So, now question is arising here. You can ask a question, because there are one sigma bond, why this sigma bond is migrated only. So, learners always remember, so you have to recognize the carbon which is allylic carbons. So, only carbon which is having sigma bond, that should be allylic carbon. So, the carbon, all of you know, the carbon which is directly attached to the double bonded carbon atom is called allylic carbon. So, between allylic carbon and hydrogen there is a sigma bond. So, sigma bond and present at that bond, you can see hydrogen is present. So, that sigma bond is migrated to the carbon number 5. So, it is called 1,5 sigmatropic rearrangement shifting. So, at 5 we are getting a new sigma bond. Along with that, the pi bond also reorganize in a poly chain. Learners, this is another important example. You can see here shifting of sigma bonds. All these are example of sigmatropic rearrangement reactions. So, here you are looking here, first you have to find out which is the allylic carbon. So, always remember, again I am repeating here, the carbon which is attached to the double bonded carbon directly is called allylic carbon. And one important thing I wanted to tell you, the allylic carbon is always sp3 hybridized. So, you can see here the carbon which is attached to the R is a substituent or any alkyl group, is allylic carbon. So, the bond between the R and carbon is shifted to carbon number 5. So, here 1,5 sigma-tropic rearrangement shifting takes place. So along with the sigma bond, the R is also migrated, and you can see here in the reaction sigma shifting of pi bond and also shifting of sigma bonds, and the attached group on the sigma bond is along with the chain is migrated. Learners, this is also another very important example. You can see here there is a cyclic chain, and that carbon atom you have to identify which is the allylic carbon atom. So among the all carbon atom, carbon number 1 is allylic carbon. That is the only carbon which is directly attached to the double bonded carbon and is sp3 hybridized. So there are two sp3 hybridized carbon having the position number 1 on both sides of the ring. So the ring, the bond which is present at carbon atom is shifted to the 7. So we can say here, we can see here 7 sigma tropic shifting takes place. So the bond between the carbon 1 and carbon 1 is cleaved here, and the bond between carbon 7 and carbon 7 is making a new bond. So again sigma tropic rearrangement reaction is also a concerted reaction. It means the reaction takes place in a single steps. So this is very important example of sigma tropic rearrangement reactions. So you can also see here, are you looking any difference between the pi bonds and sigma bonds in the reactants and the products? You will find out here the number of the sigma bond and number of the pi bond in the reactant and in the product is same. Similarly, learners, another very important example you are looking here. Here again the number 2 carbon is here which is attached to the double bonded carbon atom. So number 1 carbon is allylic carbon. So both the ring having allylic carbon, from both the ring, from both the carbon, sigma bond shifting to the 3 carbon atom. So here 3 sigma tropic rearrangement shifting takes place, and we are looking in the product there is a new bond between 3 and 3. So along with the formation of new sigma bond, the shifting of pi bond also takes place. So here you can see in the reactant there is no pi bond in the cyclic ring, but in the product you can see here formation of a new sigma bond as well as pi bond is shifted to the ring. This is another very important example of sigma tropic rearrangement reaction, that is 1,7 shifting. Learners, here you have to find out what? Allylic carbon atom. So again look at here, the carbon which is directly attached to the double bonded carbon is carbon number 1, that is alkyl carbon. So alkyl carbon, so here between the carbon 1 and 2, that sigma bond is shifting to the 7 number carbon atom. So this is called 1,7 sigma tropic shifting. So always remember, in sigma tropic rearrangement reactions, the shifting of sigma bonds and the groups or atoms or substituents attached on that carbon or on that bond is always shifting. Learners, shifting of sigma bond of in a reactant is broken and new sigma bond is formed, and pi electrons also rearrange during the shifting of sigma tropic reactions. So learners, the sigma bond that breaks is a bond which is attached to the allylic carbon atom. So it's very important, before solving the questions you have to find out the allylic carbon. So allylic carbon, you can see here the allylic carbon which is directly attached to the double bonded carbon atom is called allylic carbon. So you are looking here, C single bond, C double bond, C, the bond between C and C, which is sp2 hybridized carbon, and sp2 hybridized carbon is attached to sp3 hybridized carbon. So this sp3 hybridized carbon is a allylic carbon. So learners, this can be a sigma bond between carbon and hydrogen, between carbon and carbon, between carbon and oxygen, carbon and nitrogen, or can be between carbon and sulfur. So the sigma bond, it's not necessary the shifting of carbon and carbon sigma bonds takes place. The sigma bonds can be present between carbon, oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur. Learners, sigmatropic means change of sigma bonds, changing of position of sigma bonds. So it is a rearrangement reactions where substituents, atoms or groups moves from one part in an intramolecular reaction with simultaneous rearrangement of pi system. Learners, this is example from where I will tell you the shifting of sigma bonds between carbon and nitrogen. So here carbon number 1 and nitrogen is having a sigma bonds, and why this is carbon number 1 is allylic carbon. So you can see in the reaction in the one number 2, which is a side chain, is sp2 hybridized. So that carbon is directly attached to the sp2 hybridized carbon atom. So here learners, along with the sigma bond, the whole substituent is also shifting to the nitrogen atom. So here the shifting is 2-3 shifting. This is 2-3 shifting takes place, and here the formation of new sigma bond as well as migration of a pi bonds, or we can say pi bonds is reorganized or rearrangement takes place of pi bonds along with the sigma bonds. So sigma bonds, here one difference between the pi bond and sigma bond, pi bond is rearranged while sigma bond is broken and new sigma bond is formed. So how will you define the sigmatropic rearrangement reactions? Sigmatropic rearrangement reaction is a intramolecular migration of a group along with pi electron system and sigma bond adjacent to the conjugated pi system, which is broken, and thus pi bond reorganized and new sigma bond is formed at pi system is called sigmatropic rearrangement reactions. Learners, one important point you will always remember, that is the carbon, or we can say the allylic carbon, from where the sigma bond is shifted is called migration origin, right? So this is carbon from where that allylic carbon is migration origin. At that carbon sigma bond is broken, and the carbon from where that sigma bond is shifting is called migration terminus. So migration terminus is the carbon where the group moves and new sigma bonds is formed. So here you must remember migration origin, that is the allylic carbon where the sigma bond is shifting, and migration terminus where the groups is migrated and new sigma bond is formed. So new carbon rehybridized to form a new sigma bonds. So that is the sp3 hybridized. So learners, the carbon, the migration terminus is, there is one migration terminus and one migration origin. So migration origin after the shifting of sigma bond will be sp2 hybridized, and the migration terminus will be sp3 hybridized. So from where the sigma bond is shifting is in the product will be sp2 hybridized, and at the carbon where sigma bond is formed, new sigma bond is formed, that will be sp3 hybridized. So there is a change in the product you can see. So according to the shifting of sigma bond. What are the types of sigma-tropic reactions, or how can we classify on the basis of sigma bonds and the groups which is attached on that group can be classified 1n shifting or nm shifting. 1n shifting is a allylic carbon to n number of carbon where migratory group is attached. So n equal to the number of carbon atom pi framework to which group or atom is migrated. So you have to count the number of carbon atom and will be the total number of carbon atom from where the group or sigma bond is migrated. And another type of sigma-tropic rearrangement reaction is NM shifting. So learner, 1n sigma-tropic shifting can be classified 1,3 hydrogen shifting where 1 pi bond and 1 sigma bond involved. So total 2 pair of electrons takes place in the reaction and the system is 4n system. Similarly, 1,3 carbon shifting takes place, 1,5 hydrogen shifting takes place, 1,5 carbon shifting takes place. So 1,5 carbon and in 1,5 hydrogen shifting 1 sigma bond and 2 pi bonds involves in the reaction. So total 3 pairs of bonds and 6 electrons are using in the reactions. So system is 4n pi electron system. We call the polyene will be 4n 2 pi electron system. Another shifting is 1,7 hydrogen shifting and 1,7 carbon shifting. Total number of in this shifting of here in sigma-tropic rearrangement reaction, total number of electrons is 8. So the system, or we can say the polyene system, will be 4n. So the group that migrates with the sigma bond with the pi framework to the n number of carbon atom. So always remember, migration is accompanied by shift in pi bonds. Similarly, group is bonded to the same atom in the reactant and product. So here one important point you must remember, no change in carbon framework takes place. So during the reaction, during the shifting of the reaction, if one bond is shifted to the another carbon atom, the carbon framework is the same, no change in carbon framework takes place. So bond breaking and bond formation of a new bonds takes place simultaneously, and the number of pi bond and the number of sigma bonds remains same during the reactions. So now question is arising here, as we had discussed in the cycloaddition reactions, how the migration of reaction takes place or how the interaction of molecular orbitals takes place. So here in sigma-tropic rearrangement reactions, two types of migration takes place or two types of orbital interaction takes place, that is suprafacial interaction or antarafacial interactions. So learners, always remember, we have learned in the cycloaddition reactions two reactants takes part in reaction, but here because this is sigma-tropic rearrangement reaction is a intramolecular rearrangement reactions, here the reaction takes place within the molecule, right? So here we have to take here the p orbitals of only one atom. So p orbitals always have two faces, the top faces, which is called, one is the top faces and one is the terminal carbon having top faces, and that terminal carbon can be bottom faces. So pi system of any molecule, the end orbitals can be top faces or can be bottom faces. So the top faces is the suprafacial and bottom faces can be antarafacial. So two types of migration takes place here, antarafacial and suprafacial. So learners, suprafacial, what types of reaction, how the orbital interact in suprafacial within the molecules. So when symmetry of orbital is the same or the terminal or carbon having the same symmetry, migratory group rearrange on the same face of the pi system, and this is called suprafacial interaction. So but when the p orbital of the same polyene system having different symmetry. So migration of a group is on the opposite phase, we will call it is antaraficial migration. So sigma-tropic rearrangement have cyclic transition state. If transition state have 6 or fewer atom in the ring, rearrangement superficial due to geometry constraint of small ring. It can bear the strain, steric hindrance. So this is in a polyene system where we can see the p orbital m or n, it is a p orbitals, the end p orbitals having same phase. So same phase, the interaction can takes place, the substituents of migration can takes place easily, and it will be superficial. Similarly, in the polyene system, when the opposite phases, the interfacial migration reaction takes place. And here 1,3 hydrogen sigma-tropic reaction in thermal condition, we are looking here, along with the shifting of sigma bond, hydrogen also shifted here, and we get a new sigma bonds. So learners, it's very important in sigma-tropic reaction, rearrangement of sigma bonds along with its substituents takes place within the molecules, and the migration or interaction of the HOMO and LUMO takes place within the molecules. It depends upon the geometry of molecules, also condition of the reaction, whether the reaction is thermal or photochemical. Thank you.